Good morning, students. How are you all? Fine. Okay, very good. Dear students, now is the session of business studies. As usually, it happens every day at this time. Okay. In previous few sessions, we have completed the meaning of equity share, advantages and disadvantages of equity share to the investors as well as to the company. All we have discussed, we have explained well in the previous some sessions. Okay, already I told you that the share of a company is basically of the two types called number one equity share and number two preference share. What about equity share? Already we have understood. So long as preference share is concerned, let us discuss it today in something detail. The second category of the share of a company is called preference share. That refers to those shares whose shareholders are given preference in payment of the dividend at a fixed rate. That means there is a preference in payment of dividend as well as in repayment of capital at the time of liquidation to the preference shareholders. These are the two distinguished basic characteristics of preference shares from the equity share. Number one, the equity shareholders are paid their dividends at last after meeting all the current liabilities from the residual profit and after making payment of dividend to the preference shareholder. But in fact, preference shareholders are called preference shareholders and preference shares are called preference shares because their holders are given preference in payment of dividend out of the residual profit of a company at the time of distribution of dividend. Not only this, but when liquidation takes place, then also the repayment of capital to the preference shareholder is made first and is given preference to the equity shareholder. Okay. The third important difference between the equity share and preference share is that the rate of dividend in equity share is not fixed. It depends on the rate of profit. Sometimes it may vary high, sometimes it may vary low, and sometimes even there may be no profit, no dividend. But in case of preference share, the rate of dividend is fixed. At a fixed rate, out of residual profit, the company pays out dividend to the preference shareholders. Okay. The fourth difference is that the equity shareholders have voting rights in important resolutions and important meetings of the company and in appointment of the directors as well. But so long as preference shareholders are concerned, they don't have any kind of such a voting right in the company affairs on its important resolutions. Sometimes in some special circumstances under section 87 of the Companies Act, some specific preference shareholders are given right to vote on some special resolutions, but these are not the normal conditions of a company. Just only in some special circumstances they can cast their vote, otherwise not. Okay. Moreover, you can say preference shares are those shares on which a fixed rate of dividend is paid to the shareholders, and the preference shareholders are having no right, no voting right in company's affairs, in business affairs, or important resolutions of the company. Okay, this is all about preference share, and this is why preference share is different from the equity shares. Okay, children, I think you might have understood. You know, by issuing the preference shares, a company in fact obtains the two types of capital, the medium term capital as well as the long term capital, and from safety point of view, the preference shares are considered to be a better option for the investors. Okay, so preference shares in fact are a good source of obtaining the medium term finance as well as long term finance. This is all about preference share I have discussed. But you know, students, preference share is also of different types, such as the first category of preference share is of convertible and non-convertible preference shares. Let us understand the meaning of these two. When we say convertible preference shares, then it refers to those preference shares which can be converted into equity shares after expiry of a fixed period of time during lifetime of the company. That means in case of such preference shares, the shareholders have right to get their shares, preference shares, converted into equity shares even during lifetime of the company after expiry of a certain period. Okay, if the shareholders enjoy this right granted by the company, then it will be called convertible preference share. On the other hand, if the preference shares cannot be converted into equity shares during lifetime of the company, and the shareholders have no right, are not entitled to get their shares, preference shares converted into equity shares, then such a preference share will be called as non-convertible preference shares. Okay, students, the next category is cumulative and non-cumulative preference shares. Let us understand. You know what happens? Sometimes the preference shareholders lapse their dividend due to less profit or no profit. But if the company has issued cumulative preference shares, then the dividend for a particular year in which it has not been paid will be paid back later in coming years in arrear. Okay, that means if for a particular year the preference shareholder has not earned dividend, then this dividend will be accumulated in the dividend of the next year. And even if in the next year, if the preference shareholder is not paid his dividend, then it will again be accumulated with the dividend of the next year, coming year. And finally, the due dividends of all the previous years will be paid back to the preference shareholders. So, if the preference shareholders have the right to get dividends in arrears, even if it is not paid for a particular or few years, then it will be called as cumulative preference share. On the other hand, if the shareholder does not have this right, if the preference shareholder cannot earn dividend in arrear, if the dividend for a particular year is not paid by the company and then it is supposed to be lapsed for always, forever, then it will be called as non-cumulative preference shares. Okay, students. So this is the second category of preference share, which is called cumulative preference share and non-cumulative preference share. I think it is clear now. The next one is, the next third category of preference share is called participating preference share and non-participating preference share. When we say participating preference share, that means the preference shareholders are entitled to get some extra profit also out of the residual profit after distribution of dividends to the equity shareholders. That means in case of participating preference share, the preference shareholders have the right to share to earn some additional profit also other than the fixed rate of dividend what he is entitled to earn. So when the preference shareholders are made entitled or given right to earn some additional profit out of the residual profit other than the fixed rate of dividend, then it will be called as participating preference share. Just opposite to it, if the shareholders have no right to earn any additional dividend other than the fixed dividend for whatever for he is entitled to, then it will be called as non-participating preference shares. Okay, students. The next category of the preference share is the category that is called redeemable and non-redeemable preference shares. There happen to be some special types of preference shares which can be redeemed during lifetime of the company after expiry of a certain period, which may vary from 2 years to 5 years or 10 years. That means if the preference shareholders are given right to pay back their capital after expiry of a fixed period during lifetime of the company, then it will be called as redeemable preference share. And just opposite to it, if the preference shareholders are not entitled to redeem their preference shares during lifetime of the company, then it will be called as non-redeemable preference shares. Okay. So students, in this session we have discussed the meaning and types of preference shares, and I hope that you will go through these topics in something detailed and something better way from your textbook. And again, if you have some confusions and queries regarding all these, then please contact me and must converse with me in online class, in group class. Okay. So along with this, I would like to finish my today's lecture. Thank you very much. Okay.